Welcome to QueAquatics and Exotics. My name's Suzy, and today I want to talk about a specific fish. One of my favorite smallest cichlids that I have in my fish room. And it's the Neolamprologus Brichardi.
Hey everybody, it's SuzyQue, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's SuzyQue.
Now normally I would be sitting in front of their aquarium talking about them, but they're also one of my aquariums that are on the lower level and I can't sit in front of it and talk about it. So I'm going to sit here and talk about it and show you some footage about my 40-gallon breeder. Now the two groups of fish that are in here, because some of the Brichardis are on this side, the other Brichardis that were in quarantine are on this side. One are brand new fish I got. This was their quarantine tank. It's probably been about 3 months now. And I got those from Mark De Niro store in New Jersey. This is the tank that they quarantined in. The other set I got, I think I have 5 or 6 of them, I got from my Bucks County Aquarium Society last year. And they have not bred, but they were in a smaller 20-gallon tank. They do look a little different, so I'd be interested if somebody knows why these Neolamprologus Brichardis look different than these over here. And then after their quarantine, I moved all the fish together in this 40-gallon breeder. So in this tank is a 40-gallon breeder with all of my Neolamprologus Brichardis. My black calvus. I put the rock in over here is what mine were used to, and I added the clay pot when I added the calvus so he could hide a little bit because he's just a little baby. This 40-gallon breeder, we keep it at 78 degrees. It's got both a sponge filter and a penguin filter. I think it's a rated 75-gallon penguin filter on this tank, and it's got sand and crushed coral. And the crushed coral is basically to raise the pH a little bit, along with escargot snail shells. And these little shell dwellers, the shellies, I use these shells because they live and they breed inside the shells. In the wild, the shell dwellers live on the bottom of the Lake Tanganyika in Africa. They colonize in the Neothelma snail shells that are on the bottom. And I tried to keep it to about 4 or 5 shells per fish. That way they can rearrange and they will put them. You just have to put them in. Make sure you take out all the air bubbles by twirling the shell around. And they will put them where they want to put them. So you don't have to worry about aquascaping. They will aquascape their own territory. So these guys do really good in a long, short tank like a 50-gallon low boy, 40-gallon breeder, even a 20-gallon long for smaller colonies. So I go down to check on them and see how they're getting along. And I see that they're almost like Red Rover. One sect of fish are on one side, the other group of fish are on the other side, and they've got their little colonies set up within the colonies. So I was videotaping them and I saw fry. I am so excited. I have had a Neolamprologus multifasciatus for years, no fry. Just figured my water parameters are just not conducive to these little shell dwellers. Now I know some people have a lot of luck with these shell dwellers. I have not. I have had this Neolamprologus multifasciata tank probably for 2.5 years and have never seen any fry. And I had my other Brichardis for about a year, a little over a year, no fry, but they were very tiny, so I get that. But now they're in a 40-gallon breeder and there is fry, so I'm so happy. I know these guys are good parents, so I'm going to let them take care of their own fry. Now let me tell you, these might be tiny cichlids, but they have attitude. They come from East Africa and one of the largest lakes in the world. Not just Africa, one of the largest freshwater lakes in the world. That is awesome. It's over 400 miles north to south and about 30 miles wide. It's massive. And this is Lake Tanganyika. It holds over 18% of the whole world's fresh water. That just blows my mind. And it holds over 250 cichlid species. So these Neolamprologus brichardes are also called Princess of Burundi, also known as fairy cichlids. They're very unique and beautiful. They've got a Lyre tail and very distinct markings next to their eye. It's got like 2 black spots with a 3rd spot of yellow and orange. It's also got some metallic blue around the eyes and the edges of the fin, and could grow up to 3 to 4 inches. That's pretty cool. And it prefers pH around 8.4. So that's the reason why I was put crushed coral along with the sand in the bottom with the shells and the rocks, is because I wanted to raise my pH. Comes out of my tap at 6.8. So now that the crushed coral is in, maybe in a couple months I'll add some more crushed coral. Definitely add some more shells. I feed them from frozen mysis to bug bites. They like the spirulina and random flakes. I just recently tried the krill flakes. They love it. Maybe that's what got them to start breeding. So she's protecting her babies and the male is protecting the area. And together they make a very nice team. And I'm going to try to put the GoPro in also to see if I can put it in and walk away and get some more of their natural actions. This is a great fish to have as a family project. You have with your children, because not only are you going to learn the science of the nitrogen cycle and setting up the tanks, you're also going to have the history, one of the largest lakes in the world in East Africa. There's a community of fish that are out in the lake that you can create a biotope inside your own home. There's so many learning experiences that can go with this project. So not only is it a fun, enjoyable hobby that you can have with the whole family, it's also a great learning tool. So for those of your parents or grandparents that are at home looking for lessons but want to have fun, I'm thinking this Neolamprologus brichardi, starting a little community, would be a great project to learn about science, history, geography, and aquatics. And it's fun. Did I mention it's fun? It's not just learning, it's fun. Especially when there's fry and to watch the behavior. So with my other shell dwellers that I have, that there's no fry, the Neolamprologus multifasciatus, I put some shells in with them. I put some snails in with them just to see how they would interact. And I have seen these guys move the snail away from their shells. I think that's hysterical. They're just adorable to watch. So yes, I love these little tiny shell dwellers in this 40-gallon breeder, and I am so happy that there's fry. So thanks for coming out and checking out my Brichardi fry. Absolutely, I'm so happy. I would be passing out cigars if I could, but I can't, so I won't. I'm very, very happy that I have some Brichardi fry, and this would be one of those that I would love to take 6 to my Bucks County Aquarium Society for BAP points, but we're not meeting in person yet, but I'm really excited, especially since I've been trying for 3 years to have fry for my Neolamprologus multifasciatus, which so many people tell me they're so easy to breed. I'm not successful. They're both in 40-gallon breeders. They're both treated the same way. The only difference is there's a Dickfeldi in there, but there's a Julia Dicromis in there, and maybe that is the only issue. We'll have to see. But I am excited, and thanks for coming out and checking out my new fry. I'll see you next time.
Hey, everybody, it's SuzyQue. Hey, everybody, it's SuzyQue. Nah, hey, everybody, it's SuzyQue. So come along with me. Said I'm SuzyQue.